everybody. So
And they haven't started opening the mall up early enough for me on some morning, and so I will bundle up on those days. Good morning.
morning, Greg.
Morning, Greg.
Morning, Greg.
Heard you on the radio this morning.
I did heard myself coming in just now. Still getting used to that.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm getting used to that.
Yeah, agreed. We were curious, how did the forum turn out on Sunday?
It started a half hour late due to technical difficulties.
Yeah, I know, I kept trying to get on, kept saying, hasn't started yet, so I give up.
It went fine once it got started. They couldn't, I don't know what, I don't know anything.
Just blame it on 2020. It works.
Yeah. Oh, I thought, they keep saying, everything's changed now. Everybody's gonna be going to Zoom meetings. Well, this 2 weeks in a row, I've had meetings that didn't work on Zoom.
Getting close. 4 or 5 seconds.
They go on Marvin's watch.
Time for the meeting. Pledge of allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, good morning, all. Good morning. And the old man winter is
Knocking at the
here
door.
knocking at the door, so you're right. And, have dust off your old coats and all that kind of thing and get ready for winter. So we'll start out with any public comments. Julie, you have something?
I do, just a quick update. I don't have today's numbers for you yet, so I'm going off of Friday's numbers. On Friday, we had 2,035 confirmed positives, 107 are considered active, and 1,917 have recovered. We have had 11 deaths in the county. We will have last week's percent positive later this morning, and that will go out with our news release today. I did just hear from Bob at the hospital. They do not have any positive patients in the hospital at this time, so that's good news. We just finished our 8th round of free testing at City Park on Friday and Saturday, so we had 2 different sessions for them to come to. We had 277 come through, and we'll hopefully have results of those tests later today. Overall, I'd say it's been very successful. We are planning for another free testing day about a week after Halloween, and then we'll do another one about a week after Thanksgiving, so we can see if there's any effect from those 2 holidays. Related to our discussion last week, I have been in touch with the subcommittee of business owners that Commissioner Ford had put together. I'm also having a discussion with Fort Riley later this morning, so I'll update you all once I hear from all of them. The health department's offering flu vaccine every Monday through Thursday, 8:30 to 11:30. This is done outside under our tent. So far, it's been very successful. Our nurses have also been busy with other remote clinics, and they're getting trained this Wednesday to use the Abbott machine so we can start COVID testing here at the health department. We will be hosting our 9th annual Oktoberfest this Thursday all day. We are asking everyone to please call to schedule an appointment to get the flu shot that day, and this will be a drive-through clinic, and all children coming through will receive a goodie bag. Other than that, everything is as it is normally. So command staff is still meeting 3 times a week. We're still doing EOC briefings every Monday at 3 as well as our leadership meeting that we're having every Monday. News releases still 3 times a week, and we have switched the Cayman updates to just Thursdays at 7 instead of a Tuesday, Thursday. And that's all I have. Any questions?
You guys, okay, I don't have any,
She covered
thank
it pretty
you.
well, yeah.
Thank you.
Julie.
Leon, do you have anything?
Hey, actually, I do today. It's always exciting when one of your employees is recognized for their hard work and dedication. During our Zoom meeting last week of the Kansas County Highway officials, I'm proud to announce that our own Alvin Perez was honored with the Highway Official of the Year Award. Alvin worked 21 years for Rooks County, 5 years for Republic County, and then the last 8 years he's worked here in Riley County. Alvin served as president for our organization this last year, and as everybody knows, 2020 has been a very trying year due to the virus. Our spring conference was canceled, then held by Zoom. Then our fall meeting was held by Zoom. Alvin did what he's done for Riley County for the past 8 years. He figured out what the problem was, figured out a plan, and then he just put it into action. So again, I want to just congratulate Alvin for this award.
Can we put that on a press conference at some point in time?
Now that'd be asking quite a bit.
Yep, I'd have Mr. Hobson
Yeah,
present that at the next press conference.
Okay.
Yeah. Way to go. Send,
Do what?
congratulations.
Yeah, Cindy Mark, congratulations. That's a great honor.
I will do that.
Okay. Anybody else online got something? Okay. Public comments here. Anyone have a public comment? Greg, Bruce? Okay, I guess not. So we'll go on with commission comments. Commissioner Ford.
Okay. Thursday afternoon, city joint county meeting here. But we got a pretty good and comprehensive update on the status of the general election upcoming here. I'm so very ready for it to be done and over, so I can quit getting mailers, I can quit watching ads on TV, beating up on each other. I guess it happens every election cycle, so I guess I should be used to it. But thank you for the update, Rich. I'm sure you'll have more between now and then as well. In lieu of that conversation on Thursday, Saturday morning, I did go and take a look at the new mail ballot box that's up on Tuttle Creek, which is basically right up the street from me. Snapped a couple photos of it, and I was pretty impressed. They look really solid and secure, and I like the red, white, and blue on there, and it looks very, very traditional approach. I don't know what I don't know what happens with them afterwards. They get taken up and stored somewhere for.
They do.
Okay.
We've designed how they're bolted down so we can put a flat plug on there so
Yeah.
it can protrude up.
Okay.
It's reusable.
Yeah, so I stainless, so it'll last for a long, long time.
A
So
little better than ones in California, they install those cheapy gray
Yeah,
boxes sitting
somebody
there.
tried to run
Funny,
over with
it
an
looked like something
SUV.
I'd make it home and put a letter on.
I like how they're kind of planted there to where if somebody wanted to try to run over them, you're going to run into a building or something else along with it. So smart thinking there. But no, I thought they looked very, very good. And I was curious to see what they would look like and stuff. I voted in person, but I would see how easy that's going to be for somebody that wants to come up and just drop one off and move on with things. Also Saturday morning, I attended the monthly coffee talk of the Riley County Republicans at Vista Drive-In. There was no really set agenda this time. It's basically just election talk and moving and transferring their signs and literature, and it's kind of this late election cycle barrage of trying to get things done before November 3rd. So other than that, just kind of watch some football and just kind of hang out. Kind of a chilly weekend, so kind of get adjusted to it. That's about it.
Commissioner Wells.
So I just continue to watch the degradation of politics in the United States. But I noticed all the work that Rich Margo went to talk about the voting, and voting with or without a mask, not, to force someone to, and I assume the federal government, we have to let people vote even if they refuse to. Then I watched that flaky Facebook, we got the same group of people that are on there that look like that. Of course, I just check once a day, but it don't look like continuous bad mouthing everything, you know, and they're really down on Rich Largo and the county commission because anybody without refuses a mask, we need to throw them out and not let them vote. They apparently don't want to hear what they want to hear because when Rich presented it, we don't have that option. You can't refuse to let somebody vote that can legally vote no matter what, you know, and that's by federal law. So like I say, you got these same group on there. And then I watched on the radio and then in the paper stuff, fairly responsible looking people stumping for the sales tax with information that's not quite correct. It will increase the tax because at the end of 2022, the county tax goes off. It drops a half cent. Of 2023 goes back up. So it is a raise. And the reason I say that is because especially when I look at my grocery list and look at the tax, sales tax on that, the only way that the tax was ever used appropriately was when it was a county tax because the county used it to keep the mill levy low. And what they don't point out either is from 2023 to 2033, it's probably going to increase the property tax by 6 to 10 mils by dropping the county off of it. So I just feel it ought to be truth in advertising. And I heard about one of our local candidates down at a local business down here earlier this year, trash talking a commissioner loud enough that everybody in the building heard. So thanks to Pastor Toki. So that just shows you just the deterioration of the elections in the United States. Makes it tough to vote, I'll tell you. But other than that, I just kept doing my work and enjoying myself, enjoying the weather. But now I have a fresh round of limbs to pick up, twigs and things from the last wind. And then I had about 25 great big old fat turkey show up to try to share the deer corn. So I've got to increase my expense on wildlife.
You don't know that it's November almost yet?
What's that?
The turkeys don't know it's almost November?
I think they're trying to help out by fattening themselves.
Yeah.
But they are quite tasty.
That it?
That is.
Okay, well, had a quiet weekend. Did a lot of stuff around the house and that kind of thing. And also participated in the meeting Thursday afternoon with the county meeting. Thought Rich Waldo did a good job with that. Listening to all the stuff on the radio concerning some of the stuff on Facebook, like you said about voting and things. I think we have it well handled. We got to give a lot of credit to Rich for making it work. I know it takes a lot of work. I even checked the mailbox, one of them over there on the West Loop. Great looking box. Everything is there. It's pretty sturdy too. You just don't walk in there and lift it up.
With a camera on them.
Yeah. So it's pretty well done. Got my ballot in the mail. And so we sat down and figured out what we're going to do with it. Carefully marked everything. And I got to bring it in Thursday. I'll have it in. So that ought to work out. Saturday, I went over to Lazy T and did not a ribbon cutting, but a stalk cutting for their maize. They took a stalk of corn and said,
Which
"Cut
one's
that."
tougher?
Huh?
Which one's tougher, ribbon or stalk?
Well, the stalk was easy because they had a really, really good cutter. I mean, this thing was one of them branch cutters and they just crunched that thing right through. But looks like they had a lot of people there, despite what they had in downtown. And comings and goings, and a lot of different activities out there. The wind, I didn't get to meet with Mr. Wilson, but because they had a wedding out there, and the wind was doing havoc to the wedding.
Oh,
And so
yeah.
he wasn't there. Mrs. Wilson helped me through the whole deal, and there were a lot of people out there, a lot of different activities. So it was great.
It's a great place out there.
Yeah.
It really is.
So other than that, that's about what happened on that. Continue to do a lot of stuff around home. Business meeting.
First night, Riley County Corporation COVID modification project bid recommendations, Riley Construction Inc. $500.
We'll go ahead and make a motion that we approve the Riley County Courthouse COVID modification project and accept the bid recommendation from Riley Construction Incorporated.
All in favor?
Gentlemen? Thank you, Bruce. Appreciate it.
Well, proceed as soon as we've got a contract, stuff, we'll bring it in and have it.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thanks, gentlemen. We have Veterans Day proclamation.
Move to approve.
Second,
All in favor? Aye.
Next, gentlemen, we have cell phone allowance forms.
we make a motion that we approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Next, county personnel action forms, Don Elmer, new hire public works director, county engineer. Effective December 1st, Tyler Nicholas, new hire, info tech specialist, IT department, and then Beth Bergson, for other advanced board election worker, county clerk election.
The temp means temporary, I'm taking it.
Excuse me?
It says TEMP, that's temporary.
Yes.
Okay. I had a 50-50 shot on that one. I got that one right.
Yeah, it actually says TEMPELEC.
Yeah.
Doesn't help.
Okay, fair enough. I think I saw that last week too.
You did a whoops.
No, just off a day. I put 20 instead of 19. That's all right.
the minutes from the board is.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, page 1. Page 2.
On page 2, right in the middle of John's comments, Dr. Deborah Ertz, V-I-R-X instead of B-R-I-X.
That's what, how's spelling?
BIRX.
Okay,
You got a BRI. Just a
Okay,
flip it.
got it.
Vowel before consonant. My English teacher would be proud.
I got you did listen a little.
I did. Just a little. Just a little.
Page 3. Page 4. Page 5. Page 6.
Do have a change on 6, Mr. Chairman. Rich, on page 6, under my admin time,
Uh-huh,
under number 14, the executive session.
uh-huh.
It's another one of those, we're right below the first voting box in the left margin. We need to just show a return time of 9:50.
Okay.
Please, that's all. Thank you.
Okay. Page 7. You ready, Rich?
Yep.
Okay. Page
Thank
8. Page 9.
Move to approve the minutes as amended.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Now the tentative agenda, look, gentlemen.
Good. I do have a 12 o'clock appointment on Thursday. I'm looking at the agenda. I don't think it's gonna probably make much of a difference, but
Okay.
a whole bunch of stuff. Okay.
Any other press conference other than, of course, I'll be on there. We've got Leon now, the Alvin President, highway official of the year. Anything else done?
No.
No.
Next gentleman, we have Amanda at 9.
Okay.
Boy, if my Atlanta Braves didn't choke,
What's that?
my Atlanta Braves just sort of laid an egg.
Oh, did they? I haven't even been following.
Oh, they were up 3-1 in the National League Championship Series and gave it up last night.
Really?
Ugh. Sick, just sick. I don't have to act like the Falcons, but so baseball season's officially done for me.
Well, it was done for me when the Royals were out, so.
Braves are my National League team, and they've got a pretty good future ahead of them still. But,
Mhm.
oh, well.
Yeah, we got a game this afternoon, so.
Yeah, afternoon Monday game. I don't know. Yeah. Could be a pretty good one too.
They play when they can.
Yeah, I would rather that it was going around 6 or 7 myself, but.
3:30 is just kind of it's an odd time for a weekday NFL game.
uses. But yeah, I just so.
Good morning.
Yeah, it'll be really good. Yeah, so those are those.
Morning.
So I would think to the workplace. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see that. You know, hopefully it'll slow down some of the traffic. Because there's some people that just. Yeah. Oh, right, right. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think so. It's-
So I hear possibility of snow this weekend.
It's supposed to be 80 Thursday.
I hadn't
heard that.
So all
I
of
heard
that.
possibly Sunday afternoon,
No.
Sunday evening.
It's a good thing, you know, I think
They already had snow in Iowa.
I see they sure up the chances of rain in the middle of the week there, but,
Saw that
which is
too.
fine, so I'm gonna hurry up and get a couple things done before.
Thunderstorms on Wednesday and snow on Sunday.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and.
That's Kansas. Just get used to that. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, if you don't like-
We've had 60-degree temperature change in one
Yeah.
day.
Oh, yeah, easy.
I literally
That
stood
will
out on
happen
the
a couple
front
times
porch
a
and
year.
felt the temperature drop. It happens.
68, in February, we ran the, little footage and everything on the apartment house up on Humboldt Street there, and 87 degrees, and next morning it was 20.
Yeah, if you don't like the weather in Kansas on one day, just wait a minute.
Can't remember. It was February of 96 or 97. It was it was like 74 in the middle of the afternoon. It went from 74 to 9 in like 2 hours.
I remember one time we had a picture when the kids were little out of our house in August, everyone was wearing a jean jacket.
Yeah.
The temperature dropped so severe in August.
It happens.
So David, morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
Yeah, that's why I always say, a place like Florida or somewhere where the temperature never changes.
California, Southern
I
California.
gotta have, I don't, may not always like it, but I have to have 4 seasons.
So, yeah, so I just thought it.
I can do without the extremities of 2 particular seasons, but outside of that,
You got many more trees up there, Rick?
Hey, what?
Walnut trees?
Dude,
So that's-
Mine this year, now last year was waist deep in walnuts, and this year squirrels managed to get them all past themselves. Like here, I didn't know.
yeah, I know, I didn't have any, in fact, very little walnut
Yeah,
protection, but a lot of acorns. A lot of
Really?
acorns.
I looked at those.
Yep, a lot of acorns. Squirrels are happy in the deer.
How's Amanda? Doing okay.
You're fitting in well, like the purple.
Yes.
Working on it.
Sounds like we might be Casey's down the street.
Where at?
Third.
Opposite station.
Oh, really? That's a good location.
Yep.
It looks like that little tire guy service station is doing good out there, that little service
Oh, yeah.
station. I'm glad
Yeah.
to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good guy and had quite a lot of customers service.
That's a bird. Yeah. Doesn't have a shovel or anything. One of the ladies got tired, she said, take the truck. He used his truck, got a big old four-wheel drive, and it was very comfortable driving.
Nice.
He said, take the truck. Sounds like he's doing good.
Yeah, he's moving over this way. He's from Leonard.
Really? Did not know that.
He's got his sign up there on him.
He lived up there when he worked at Fairless?
What now?
He lived up there while I worked at Fairless?
I guess, I don't know.
That's where,
I thought Fearless is where he came from.
here's where, yeah, he's over the.
Like to do a small startup business if you will.
Yeah, he's very nice guy.
That's what I heard.
And the son and Mark bought the business, I mean, the property, so they were trying to have a good run.
Yeah. Yeah, we need new business. See the buildings, Kansas City and Wichita is getting Amazon.
That was already in place, though. They're just finally starting to break ground on them.
Like the little station, he's sprucing it up a little bit, making it look nice around there, you know. Just a one-man show, isn't it?
He's got a couple of people.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
he started out one. You know, my son said, right after I bought it, I keep trying to raise the valuation 100,000. Yeah.
Dane County.
You tell your son, see his face, if you related to me.
Wow. Wow.
Didn't do you no good there, did it?
We'll hear about that one this week.
John, think we're gonna find something. to
Oh,
talk
I
about. That's gonna make it easy for
By
us.
the time you get up there, you'll be ready. Any problem?
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Amanda Smeller, Planning Director. I'm happy to report we have another CDBG CD job retention grant ready to transmit to the state, and that's for Wildwood Adventure Park. Their business name is Wildwood Estate. And so, of course, I just need your chairman's signature, approval and signature on the determination of level of review. And then the documents that the state requires for the packet, and then I can get that one sent off to the state.
Okay.
Guess we need to make a motion, right?
Correct.
Okay, I'll make a motion that we go ahead and approve the CDBG. Finally getting all this tongue twister. Determination of level review for Wildwood Estates.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Sure. Thanks, Amanda. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you so much.
Next on, we have David Adams, 9:15.
The law board meeting is up in Leonardville today, is that right?
Riley. I mean Randolph. Excuse me. Randolph.
We're doing those twice a month?
No, once a month. So it was on the third Monday, public meeting.
Right.
I'm not sure why, but I was invited to attend that, so I'll be there.
Okay. What do you meet out up in Randolph? What do you meet out up in Randolph?
But
Yeah,
the veterans,
It's actually pretty nice.
Is it?
yeah, they don't have a city hall. They
Yeah.
just- That's generally.
And it's pretty spacious. Use it as a polling place.
Okay.
It's about as big as this area here. where the table
I'd say
is
it's
there.
bigger than that.
And
Right,
up
twice
to
that.
here, up to here.
Yeah,
When you-
I agree with
Yeah.
that, yeah. It's pretty good size. You got a kitchen in it. Nice.
So basically, it's a de facto community center. Pretty much. Yeah, I was just telling my Braves laid an egg last night.
Yeah, I watched it till it was bedtime,
Yeah,
about 7:30.
yeah.
What's that?
Well, when it's about 10:30.
About 9:30. I get up 4:15, so.
They had to start that after football yesterday, so it was a little bit of a late start, yeah.
Yeah, I was rooting for the Rays and the Braves.
That's what I was rooting for too.
So,
Now I guess I just don't really care at this point. Maybe it'll be a fun 7-game series. And
if the Rays don't start hitting, it's not.
No,
they won't go 7.
that's what I'm thinking too.
When does it start? Tuesday?
I think it's Tuesday or Wednesday night. Yeah.
Rays get an extra day off to adjust their pitchers and get things lined up.
Yeah, and there's no home field, so that's an interesting dynamic to it.
Rick, did you see the Dodgers
Bounce back tonight.
Ford draft?
Yeah,
See what?
See the Dodgers answer to the Ford draft?
can't remember. Is it in Kansas City or Buffalo? That's what I thought. The Chiefs don't usually play well there, historically speaking.
Historically,
Yeah.
right.
Like 720 on the
Well,
ball.
they got,
Oh, really?
they got one pretty good.
And
Yeah.
ever beat up suspension like the Raptors does?
Yeah,
Yeah, they're gonna be made-
better to get that out of the way
Well,
early
700.
than a little later in the year, but I realize the Titans and Steelers are undefeated right
No,
now.
I
too, so, I mean,
was funny you mentioned that, but I was wondering if it's mainly what they were talking about, but I just saw an ad on TV, Dodge
Oh, yeah,
truck.
they
And,
do have the LP.
I just thought, look at that. Yeah, it might have been that, I didn't pay close enough attention, but I just saw the truck.
Yeah. No, I'm waiting, I'm holding out to the 800 volt. Yeah, it's gonna be tough to take where they go. Yeah.
It is, but they, man, those things, yeah, go. My son went to Portland, Oregon, my wife's family's out there and has an own one. They into real estate, he's not for that much. But anyway, they got rid of those electric cars that his wife does. And my, they have a son that's like a year or two older than my son, so they just take it out. Goes. It's like 0 to 60 in like minutes.
Yeah, it's what people don't realize is the horsepower rating, that's at 1 RPM, 4,600 RPM. Same horsepower, and a friend of mine, I was gonna build a little small pickup with the, when you buy the electric motor for them, it has a tap for 72 volt, 96 volt, 144 volt. So you can use a 6 volt battery, 8 volt, 12. And what he found out was, like a little, why said when you go through agony, if you can walk out free, you don't do anything. Just got to reestablish all of it. But you put it in reverse, you got to be real careful because this little car, the transmission reverse shaft, if you make that kind of horsepower, snap it right.
No, you're kidding.
I mean, this full horsepower at any RPM, and you step on it just a little bit hard.
Yeah, I don't know what's about them. I have heard that. So,
Well, I looked at it, it was good, it would have cost me probably around $3,200 together. And what I'm thinking of the time, I would use that for my work pickup, you know, got to the job site, I'd probably do custom electricity during the day.
Sure.
But, there again, having a golf cart stuff, you know, messing with the roads and stuff, all the cables that are saved. It's just like an electric car. They're, it's a lot better material. I really want to suck it over. This better getting the range about $9,000.
Yeah, I don't even like how the new cars, when you pull up the stop sign, they shut off. And you hit the gas.
One friend of mine said that, his, what he does, he just, one of the gear.
Oh, really? Okay.
He just most of his little gear was off the top.
Huh, I didn't know that.
Mhm.
2 weeks. That'd be the same.
Right. Because I mean, like I've done some lunches and stuff. It's always-
Somebody posted a picture here on Facebook the other day. One, there's one I can in it that said, this is what happened. Twig or dry leaf. The other one showed one, big stand in the middle of the road, looking, this is what happened. The straight lights are 100 mile an hour.
Uh-huh.
And I can relate to it, like I told you before, a couple weeks ago, I had a couple drain from my favorite beer, and I stepped out the door, and I stepped on a dry leaf, and that was it.
Oh, yeah, they're junky. They
Yeah.
can move quick.
And if it's windy, they're really nervous.
Oh, yeah, they don't like the wind at all. That's with their sense of smell and sight and hearing. So.
Make it a challenge.
Yeah, it's fun. I like to watch when they get close to the drain. And big little megaphones up there going all directions. Catching all the sounds.
They were eating my green last night. There were about 7 or 8 no's. That's
Oh, really?
my soybean field.
Take it in at night. Put it out and it's that.
From night to
My favorite one was watching.
Yeah.
What people are selling almost.
That's good.
Rainbow's good. Actually, they all look pretty good. Shape. They look a little thin or something.
They tend to get that way. It's easier on them. You know, stay cool.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Absolutely. I apologize.
Thank you.
Sounds like that kid that picked up down at that convenience store, he could have a little bit of a problem.
Yeah.
17 years old, naked, doused in ranch dressing and showing signs of impairment.
I didn't hear about the ranch dress.
I just heard about that
Covered
this
himself
morning.
head to toe.
Oh,
Must have had a heck of a time.
yeah. I mean, how, yuck.
Yeah. I'd like to have to clean that up.
Yeah, that's, you gotta have to grab him and take him in the
I think I'd call her some rent a car to take him in with. And,
But so we'd have to clean it up, and then being the officer doesn't put him in a car, you know.
Or the parents come pick him up.
Well, they were released him to parents. I don't know whether, but
I like ranch dressing. That much.
Not anymore.
No, second guess that one.
they're not gonna let her rent dress him
No,
for a while.
thanks, guys, appreciate that.
Oh, my gosh.
I think I'll start eating my salads plain.
Blue cheese doesn't sound quite so bad.
I think we chalk that up as a new one. And just people can get very strange.
It's been a strange year. It affects everybody differently.
I'm ready to be done with it.
I'm not so for
Tell
sure
me when
that,
that's gonna happen.
yeah, I'm not so for sure that 2021 is gonna start out a lot better just yet, but
No.
I'm hopeful as we get through the year, it'll.
yeah.
9:15, Dave, you're on.
All right, good morning, commissioners.
Morning.
David Adams, CNS Safety Inspector, my monthly updates. Starting off with the operations calls for service, we had 374 calls in the month of September, down just a little bit from last year. North County, we had 24 calls for the month, and we were up just a couple from last year. So, but we're trending just a little low for the year overall, which we expected, but we're not too horribly bad. I continue to work as part of the command staff at the BOCC. A group of EMS staff will be trained on swabbing for the coronavirus. We're going to do that to assist the health department. We'll also be the point of contact for all first responders, for police, fire, EMS, county fire, for anybody who needs swab. We'll take care of that. So the first training, we're doing 3 different sessions of trainings for this because we've got different groups and such, and it's all through Zoom. The first session is this Wednesday, and then we'll get the next 2 sessions scheduled on Wednesday. So probably in the next week or so, we'll have the machines, the rapid swabs up and running. Coming along pretty well. Event standbys are going well. We conducted 12 in the month of September, mainly high school football, K-State soccer, K-State football. We did 1 or 2 volleyball games. And I've asked my supervisors to go and get started on the annual employee evaluation. So they're coming up pretty quick. Very, very time consuming for our department, for our staff. So I mentioned it to them in August, I believe. Said, hey, we need to start making notes and start working on that. So really started in earnest here a couple of weeks ago. Try to get them to get our staff. I do for my staff, I like them to do reflective evaluations as well. Some departments just have the supervisors do it. I like having our staff do it as well, so they can have some self-reflection and allows for some good discussion between our supervisors and our staff. So that takes a little longer, but that's part of it. That's okay. But I think if we're going to do it, let's do it that way. So those are coming, starting to really ramp those up. Any questions about any of that? Education, our department participated in the airport training exercise. They have to do every couple of years. We participate every year. So this year, this was no different. It was a little smaller than what was done in the past. But we helped them meet their what they needed to meet for the federal government. Josh and Alex mainly worked with some county fire people on Thursday night and then Saturday morning on some training. They did some stop the bleed and some other things. And I know they've got at least one more scheduled. I don't know that date yet. I don't know if they have it scheduled yet exactly. But I know they're gonna do one more. So, you know, every year with your emergency vehicle operations course, that's scheduled for November 6th. That is the in-class portion. It'll be through Zoom. We are working to secure a location for our driving course. That is every year. That's always an issue because obviously we don't have a large parking lot. We've looked at a couple places in the community just coming up empty. So what we'll do most likely is, and I haven't told Leon yet, but we'll do it out at the county shops. So what we have to do is we'll set up our cones on Friday evening, and then do some training on Saturday, and then some training on Sunday. Then we take down our cones. We need a big area, a lot of cones and such. So we can't do it obviously during the work day when trucks are coming and going. So we have to work around that, which we do.
I was kind of amused back in 2014 and 15. My mother was in Salina, and I make frequent trips over there. And Director Schoen was wanting a place, the county to furnish a place, build a place. I mentioned he might just go ahead and contact the Junction City Police Department, because in my trips, I watched them train on the interstate. I couldn't believe it. I mean, I had no idea that it happened multiple times that they didn't use the front lights on account of pulling cars over, but they had the back lights going.
Right.
And they would veer off the road through the ditch where that rest stop used to be west of Junction, through the grass, and back out on the interstate, and high rate of speed, and then they'd hit the U-turn and then fire back the other way. And I watched that multiple times, and I said, well, what an interstate out there, we don't need to. But I haven't seen it the last 4 or 5 years. So
Right.
I suppose they probably got corrected on them, maybe. I don't think that probably wasn't appropriate.
Yeah, I can see that being, all it takes is one person to pull out a little too quick in front of somebody and you'd have an issue. So, but, well, we figure it out. Our second psychological trauma for EMS provider class is scheduled for November 13th. We put that one on for the first time a couple months ago, and it was a big hit with our staff. They really, really enjoyed it. So we're putting another one on again through Zoom. The last couple things, we participated with other emergency service agencies, virtual night out of it, something we do every year. This year it was just, we had trucks there, people could drive by and look at our trucks and lights and wave to the kids. And then we're starting up some of our CPR training. We're starting with some dispatchers. Again, we help the dispatchers every year with their training. And so we have a new plan in place for it that's been approved by American Heart Association. They have a video and they have to watch the video. And then they'll come in and we're just doing it one-on-one, or maybe one to start with two staff to do the hands-on portion. So maintaining social distancing, but they've got to get their CPR training and get their, keep their accreditation. And then the last thing I have is our operations that are up there. So you can see with we're adding Medic 12, Medic 13, Medic 1, 102, Medic 2. Those are except for 102, those are standbys that we're adding because of the events that we're doing. 102, that's Alex. He went on a call that had multiple patients. He ended up doing I think it must have been like a patient refusal or something. So he wrote the report for the crew. So that's why he's showing up there. And then just our breakdown of the days a week. Pretty typical. Sunday's the slowest day. Well, I've never understood Thursday, but it's typically about the second slowest day of the week. So I think people are resting up for the weekend. And then our breakdowns and just our times. So any questions?
No, I've done, Dave.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Dave.
Have a good rest of your day.
You
Hey,
too.
Dan. Thank you. Next on the press conference, 9:30.
Well, John, have you partaken of any of the outdoor platforms downtown?
Not yet.
I,
This weekend though, got a couple of friends talking about coming into town. They usually come into town for one football game, but we all kind of get together that particular day. But you know, with everything being the way it is this year, nobody's going to an actual game, so we're thinking maybe Saturday, hanging out someplace and watching the game.
There's some comments from people that live out of town that apparently weren't really aware of what was going on and stuff. Made some comments, I saw some posts from people that
Yeah,
tried to find a parking spot for some other type of business, and then personally, like me, just driving through,
So that's true.
I think it was trashing. I mean,
I don't have a problem with them. I know what they're trying to do and accomplish. Nothing that we try to do right now is going to be perfect. It's just not. I think they'll look better when you get, you know, all the full design in place and it kind of fits a little bit instead of having two
yeah,
by
probably
four
when they bring
braces.
it back up next spring.
Yeah. Parking wise, it's always a challenge down here. It's always a challenge in Aggieville, no matter what you do or don't do there. To me,
Yeah.
downtown, there's enough off-street parking where you don't have to walk too terribly far.
But we
But
have,
if it's pouring down rain or it's cold or it's generally hot, I mean, I don't get it, but you know,
an older person that wants the jewelry store or a particular business on,
yeah,
you know, they don't want to walk a block to. I don't blame them, I mean, so I don't know if they have to be.
but I don't know under general, you know, normal business circumstances that that's any easier to do.
Yeah. Yeah, my biggest fear is how to handle this mess if it goes on all the way through next year. I mean,
I don't see it going away.
I don't need it.
I just don't. Whatever window of opportunity we had to squelch it, it's gone. It's here. So
You know, I felt like my brother's class, 3 years behind me, he graduated, he's a super smart, and he graduated from college, went directly into entomology type stuff. He's devoted his entire life to just mosquitoes worldwide. He's one group of scientists, and he was well known, and he retired about, I think 3 or 4 years ago, or maybe a little longer. And then he said that man will never ever eradicate Earth. Well, that's scary because we don't know if we're going to do anything with this, you know. But he said that mankind will never eliminate malaria.
I think there's a group of people that are waiting for us to cure this, and we haven't cured a virus in human history yet. I don't see what makes this one any different. I believe at some point in time we're going to have to learn how to live with it, work around it, work through it, however you want to put it. But and a vaccine, and some therapeutics, and some other things will help distinguish that. But at some point in time, that's going to be the best we can do with it. I'm young enough or old enough, I don't know how you want to put that, to remember just the AIDS pandemic of the early 80s to 90s, through the 90s. There was kind of a lot of correlation there, couldn't touch a person, couldn't hug a person, you might get it. And we've learned that obviously isn't the case. And now it's not a death sentence, it's not solved, but if you get it, you can still have a good quality of life and live for quite a bit. Something tells me that's what's going to happen here. And it was, you know, a global type of thing too, that just kind of popped up on the radar out of nowhere. Nobody really knew what it was or how to work through it.
John, I think with the new Amazon in Kansas City and one at Park City, I still think that we're out of drone range, so I don't think we're still going to benefit from that.
Yeah.
I'm watching the grandbabies.
And with the one in Wichita, there will be a lot of, you know, Amazon deals with a lot of third-party vendors or whatnot. So I do believe with the internet sales tax, they'll have to pay that, whether it's third-party or through Amazon. So they infrastructurally are in Kansas.
Yeah, 2 of those million square foot facilities, that's
Yeah.
a lot of employees, that's a big shot in Kansas. So,
Let alone the property tax. Something I'd like to see here.
If I'm not mistaken, Sedgwick
The only
County is the
downside
highest,
is-
isn't it? Per capita property tax. I think Sedgwick County is the highest. They're in the top 3, that's for sure.
One downside of it is I hate to see the world go to where you only have one place to buy from.
Yeah,
I still appreciate our local businesses.
Get rid of that.
Okay. Now 9:30. Veteran Proclamation. We did the last time. Veterans Day Proclamation 2020. Whereas the men and women who have served in the armed forces of the United States of America have made major contributions towards the preservation of freedom of this nation and its people. And whereas the services performed by these millions of gallant Americans demonstrated the willingness of our nation to meet the challenges of those forces wishing to subjugate individual determination through armed conflict. And whereas honorable service performed in the defense of our nation and her cause in time of war is the highest form of citizenship. Whereas Congress of the United States of America has designated the 11th day of November of each year Veterans Day. And whereas Veterans Day has become a significant part of our American heritage as we recognize the millions of our citizens whose military service had a profound effect on history. And whereas Veterans Day offers us a county, as a state, and as a nation, an opportunity to rededicate ourselves to Abraham Lincoln's call to Congress and the American people to take care of him who shall have borne the battle for his widow and his orphan. Whereas the nation and free world are eternally grateful for the contributions of American veterans, men and women, to the advancement of the cause of honorable world peace. Whereas we, the Riley County Board of Commissioners, do hereby call upon all citizens to observe Wednesday, November 11th, 2020 as Veterans Day, and ask today be observed with appropriate ceremonies in honor of those who have served to preserve our principles of justice, freedom, and democracy. In witness thereof, we have hereunto set our hands and caused the seal of the County of Riley to be affixed this 19th day of October 2020. Board of Riley County Commissioners of Riley County.
Well, thank you. Well,
You're on.
am I on the floor?
Yes,
Well, thank you,
you're
sir.
on the floor.
It's an incredible, distinct honor to accept this on behalf of all the veterans of the Flint Hills and specifically of Riley County. It's even a greater honor to listen to those words, which have very, very significant meaning to me as a veteran, but more importantly to all those veterans out there. It's beautiful sentiments. And these beautiful sentiments are part of the reason why me personally, for me as a person, my family, are more than proud to live here in Riley County. And I know it's mainly due to the people and the people which you are representatives of. And so on behalf of veterans here and families of veterans, which I know you are all as well, thank you. And I hope that all of you will have the opportunity to join us, the Flint Hills Veterans Coalition, on the 11th as we celebrate these warriors that went before that have secured the freedoms that we enjoy so much today. But gentlemen, thank you very much. Chris and all the families, thank you as well, and the members of the Veterans Coalition. But thank you for what you did. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Leon,
Good morning.
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 I just wanted to let the commission and the public know that there's a structure replacement project going to occur on Silver Creek Road, scheduled to begin tomorrow, Tuesday, October the 20th. Project is located approximately 0.3 of a mile north of 52nd Street. Silver Creek Road will be closed to through traffic during construction from North 52nd Street to Anderson Avenue. Project is expected to be completed by Wednesday, October the 28th, weather permitting. If you have any questions concerning this project, please contact the Riley County Public Works Department at 537-6330. Questions or comments?
Nope. Thank you for the update.
Thank you.
Rich is up next.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Morning.
Remind everyone, of course, that advanced voting started last Wednesday. This week, we will have expanded advanced voting hours here at the courthouse office building from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. all week. And will also be open on Saturday, 8 a.m. to noon. Of course, the advanced voting location at KSU campus in the Bluemont room is open from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. during the week. There are no hours there on the weekends. Would like to report that so far we've as of the end of last week, we've had 1,204 people participate in person advance. That is very high numbers for so early. Wednesday, it started out, there were people, before we opened up the doors, lined up outside to participate. There's a lot of interest in this election, of course. Also have to admit to being wrong on my prediction that we'd get over 10,000 advanced by mail applicants. We're currently at 11,667. So we'll get close to, if not exceed, 12,000 advanced by mail applications. Those applications can still be submitted up to October 27th is the last day, and that's simply because just the timelines to get it mailed out and get it returned back to us. Regarding the advanced by mail applications and ballots, we do have seven drop boxes in Riley County. One over at the West Loop Shopping Plaza, kind of over there in front of Marshall's and Joann's in between there on the sidewalk. One at 2000 Tuttle Creek Boulevard. It's in front of the Old Country Stampede offices there. And then we have one at 110 Courthouse Plaza that we've had for every election. And those are all available 24/7. And then each of the small cities, Ogden, Riley, Leonardville, all have one in their city offices, and the city of Randolph has one at Sharps, the convenience store there in town, which are available during their office hours. Like to report, those numbers are significant on the amount of advanced by mail applications when you consider total voter turnout in 2016 was 22,198. I think we'll far exceed that this election. There's not only a lot of interest, there's always a lot of interest, but it's always been my contention. You want to increase voter participation, make it more convenient, and the ballot by mail has done that for individuals. A couple of issues I'd like to address. During the city county meeting, we had talked about elections. It was asked about security measures at polling places. And I did comment that, yeah, we are encouraging masks to be worn, but it's just simply a fact. And if I don't have the authority, the commissioners don't, because elections are solely under my authority, to, if someone wants to vote, the Constitution does not allow us to not allow them to vote if they don't have a mask. That just simply put. I hear there's on social media some negative criticism about that, about myself and to the commissioners. Neither of us have the authority to supersede that. If they want to contest that, they need to go to the federal government level. Don't matter who's in this position. There's nowhere in the nation, not just Riley County, nowhere in the nation cannot allow someone to vote for not wearing a mask. It's that simple. We've been educated that multiple times by the Secretary of State's office, and that's just simply how it is. Of course, we'll encourage it and have those available there for each and every person that comes if they forget a mask, and we will encourage it, but we simply do not have that authority. No one in the nation does, except for Congress if they were to change the Constitution. Also, another issue I'd like to address, a lot of people have gotten multiple applications by mail. Even last week, I've been told people have received 4 or 5. I just want to remind everyone, the only application that was sent from Riley County occurred on May 28th. May 28th is when we sent out the application for both the primary and general election. And of course, we couldn't mail out the ballots until October 14th. I know we received ours this Saturday, so people should have received them Saturday or early this week. They should get their ballots in the mail. But on those applications that have been sent from some outfit out of Missouri, people need to simply look at where it comes from. We've had multiple people come into our office carrying their application saying, why do you keep sending so many of these to us? Even had one individual I was told that come in with a pile of them, and the front lobby desk threw them on the desk and said, tell Rich Vargo to keep all this stuff. Well, Rich Vargo didn't send that stuff. Rich Vargo only sent one on May 28th. Those are coming from some outside organization outside of the state. Yes, it does have our return address. Anyone can get our return address off the internet as the appropriate place to mail those, as many campaigns do send those out as well. So just want people to know Riley County doesn't have the money to send that many mailers out. We only did the one on May 28th. All of those others are coming from an outside entity. Any questions?
Nothing new, Rich.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Rich. Okay, 9:45. Clancy Holman.
It's funny to me on Facebook, 9,200,000 people in the state of Kansas are registered to vote.
9 million.
But keep in mind, I think the total population of Kansas is 3.2 million. So
And half of those kids vote because of kids.
Where all those numbers
I think they need to put a fact check on that.
Yeah. So. Now that group out of Missouri is now sending out another mailer suggesting to vote for.
I don't have to worry about that because I get email, I'm on the USPS mail delivery system, so every morning I go online and it shows me a picture of every single envelope in the mailbox that night. Unfortunately, I'm on some out there, some mail deal that must come from Western Kansas that told me I'm the last one on the drop. Instead of the little mailbox vans running up and down the street, I don't get one of that. And then this person sits out there at the mailbox and sits on the cell phone, four-ways on, walking one way to the other, talking. Here a week ago, I just happened to be out to try to get my mail at the same time. Well, I have to check in. You're the last stop. So a dozen times I got the word to say, get my mail out of that room back there. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I told you before, one day, our aunt called and said, hey, really want your mail, but the five family's mail in his mailbox. And they were out, yeah, tired, I want to go home, stuff it in there. And so that's where I'm headed to see if my balance is mailbox over the post office.
Well, I voted in person upstairs Thursday morning, and it was busier than normal, but it was flowing very smoothly and effectively. That's a
Yeah, they do a
testament
great
to the
job.
people that you have up there. They do a really good job getting everybody in and through. So,
Yeah, they are efficient.
and contrary to popular belief, everybody that I saw, including people voting, were wearing masks. So
Yeah, we went up there because we were in town, and I said, let's go do that, and I forgot that you had mailed them. So when I got up there, they corrected me. So they're good at that. They're really
Oh, yeah,
doing a
they
good
can,
job.
we can tell. Getting one by mail is good.
So I said, no, I'll wait till the thing hits. And then it came, okay? Not a problem.
Amazing how that works, just like you said.
Yeah, how about that, huh? Okay, Mr. Clancy.
Morning, Commissioner.
Morning.
Clancy Holman, Roger County Council. Last week, finished up a project for CARES funding, staff working group, basically, and budget and funding committee. Has finished up the expenditure to move forward. And also continue to work on contracts with various departments, provide advice on matters as they get them up and on the project. Be glad to answer any questions.
I don't have any.
That's all I have. Thank you.
Hey, thank you. Okay, well, I mean,
I took to your lawboard deal.
yeah,
And the decision, on the construction of the park garage.
Mhm.
You have to remind them, we're already have a financial commitment called a TIF. For 20 years, the county ain't gonna get any extra money off of it. Probably actually, by the firm, we're already triggered.
well, whatever they do, they're gonna come back to the commission and ask, and tell us about what they're gonna do. And I have a problem because I'm chairman of the law board, and I'm also chairman of this. I think I'm in conflict with what's going on, so I'm gonna kind of back off of it, say it's a conflict for me, and let them handle it. They still gotta come back to here to ask for it.
Okay.
So, because we do finance the facilities, but at the same time, if we don't have the money, we can't finance it. Okay, if it's not in the schedule, we have a little bit of choice in this. I think,
That's why during the whole pandemic, we were all trying to spend $14 million for that park garage. We should wait till the TIF money available.
and I think it's gonna make it real difficult because it's gonna be in a building belonging to the city. The floors, the walls and the ceilings will all belong to the city. So how do we do that if we're supposed to keep up the building? How many desks we have to repair and lights and all those things. So I think it's going to have to be a thing here.
Check it out, what TIF money.
Yeah, and I don't know that we're obligated to do this at the same time. But it's gonna be up to let them know how you feel, what you want. I know you have expressed your feelings on it. And so it's something that probably has not started construction yet. architect, I think, finally got some plans in for it. But I don't look at the construction gonna start until next year sometime.
Yeah, I know initially they wanted to start through the winter here, but I know they already did the core drilling, so.
So it's, mine is to leave it up to the next commission to determine what's
Yep.
gonna happen, because I don't think that we're gonna be able to do it. We have, November and December left. I don't think anything's gonna happen this meeting. As far as I can see, the law board may decide by the majority of the members that, yeah, let's proceed with it. But still gotta look at the commission, because they're not, the law board has not told the county commission what to do. I think you'd go along with that, Rich. But they don't have the
No, that's
authority.
the fact, that's law. No, they
Yeah.
have no authority.
And so, and I don't know that when you say that we do the facilities for the RCPD, that we're bound by anything on there. I know that the law board does budget, and it affects it. So, but facilities are a little different, because that's not the budget of the county.
Well, they have a facility and we kind of pay for it. So. Oh, hey, have fun, that's amazing. Out in beautiful rural Raleigh County. It'd be a nice trip up there. I didn't make the car museum cruise yesterday afternoon. They said 150 people attended. Nice leisurely cruise up around through Raleigh and back down around to the museum. So, Roger Hamilton, video. I watched part of the video anyway. It's a beautiful day yesterday. I got a lot of stuff to do yet. In that time.
Yeah, understand. So, anyway, that's, there's a survey. AEC wants done on the internet. I don't know if you looked at that, saw that.
I did, but it's a mitigation plan. So I don't know how many counties really have technically a mitigation plan for this COVID at the moment. I still think a lot of people are in response.
I got that, really, to
Yeah.
address that.
So I don't know if I should do anything with it, because
No, you don't.
I can't.
Well,
They said only few counties did anything with it. They got all these other counties that haven't done anything.
So I think 20 something had already filled it out. Most of them hadn't, but
somewhere.
So I'm not, if you think I shouldn't fill it out, I won't fill it out, because it's always difficult to know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, no, that's what the staff should do on that.
Okay,
But on the parking garage substation, I mean, that is something that will be brought to the board. You guys need to be thinking about how you want to handle that.
once our budget's done, we can't do anything about it. We did not plan for that in the budget. So, and it's not gonna be just a couple of $100,000 either.
Yeah, that has some estimated figures on there.
So I don't look for it to be helpful and fine for the deal. I didn't catch all of it, what they were going to do. So, like I said, I don't, at this point, I'm kind of up in the air, because I mean, I'm here representing the county. At the same time, I'm chairman there because the time came around for me to be chairman. And I don't think I can vote on it one way or another, because it's gonna be conflict.
Well, I think you can. It's really no different than the firing range. The firing range was a facility that was recommended by the law.
Yeah, but it's one that was necessary. We either had to do one thing or the other.
Well, they say this is necessary too. I mean,
I know that they say,
there really is, Clancy, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think there's a legal conflict, because or else you wouldn't allow it to set up as county commissioners be on the law board as well, so.
I would say it's pretty routine.
you know,
things like this, but it's up to any individual commissioner, obviously, to decide for one reason or another, they want to say they need to recuse themselves, and it's simply just a matter of staying on the record. But there's no hard and fast rule that says any commission, because that's going to happen almost every time there's a significant issue in front of the law board. The city is going to have issues that affect the city directly. County's going to have issues that affect the county directly as a result of the law. So,
One that happens every year with the budget presentation.
Yeah.
With budget presentation, commissioners don't confuse themselves. It's still something you're tasked with considering.
sure. So, in my opinion, it's not required that you do so, but you're free to do so.
Well, I'm looking at what is the budget gonna be here? Am I gonna try to push the budget as a law board into the thing, and then as county commissioner, how do I see that? Because they're looking at a pretty big operation there. So they're doing, I just,
If you're page 42 to 55, right click, turn it clockwise.
yeah, I'm looking at it now.
Well, we have,
Right click and then get clockwise.
we already have a hard copy that was presented to us.
I know.
With all this stuff, so. To me, the only difference here is the firing range was a kind of specific initiative. This apparently is being driven by the city of Manhattan, so there is a difference between these two particular facilities and where they're going and who's responsible for them, but.
Yeah, far range to me, this is a want.
You know, a location where I don't personally think it needs to be. If you need some extra training space or something, let's look at a different alternative, but I don't think this is the place to do it.
That's what bothers me. We'll see what happens today. How they do it.
I'm sure we'll get an update at some point in time here, one way or the other.
Yeah, they'll come to the commission to see it. Just be warned.
Fair enough.
Anything else?
Nope.
Nope.
Anyone make a
Well, I'm
motion?
leaving, so what do you want?
I'll make a motion, we adjourn.
All in favor?
Aye.